Hare Krishna devotees, my name is Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. I'm speaking to you from right next to Govardhan Hill in Vraj Mandala. Today is the final day of our wonderful parikrama for this year. It's been such a special occasion, special event. We began in Rishikesh, in the foothills of the Himalayas. There we went on Harinam through the town. Then we took bath in the Ganges. We visited some of the holy places around there. Badrinath is one of the great classic holy places of India, way up in the Himalayas. Right next to it, actually you can walk to it, is a mountain known as Nilakant, which is about 6,600 meters or almost 23,000 feet high. It's really a very special place where the Supreme Personality of Godhead went and was reunited with his consort Lakshmi Devi. So we spent 2 nights there, 2 nights. We went up to Mana, where there's Bhima's Bridge, the source of the Saraswati River, and a number of other wonderful places. Then we returned to Rishikesh, spent another day there. And then came here to Govardhan, and we've been here for about 2 weeks. We did wonderful Govardhan Parikrama over 2 days. One half one day, and then 5 or 6 days later we did the second half. it really allows us to become much more absorbed in the different pastime places and everything that happened there, and just stop practically everywhere. So each day we spent about half a day. Each day we spent a whole day, actually. Each day we spent a whole day. Just going around that half of Govardhan Hill. Then we visited numerous other places. One day we went to Surya Kund. Another day we walked up to Kusum Sarovar and Naradakund and spent the day in those places. We went to Radhakund, Shamakund, spent the day there. It's really been a wonderful experience. I consider it very important for devotees to visit these places, not just to visit them, but to come in the company of the spiritual master, in the company of very senior devotees, in the company of devotees who know the places and who also know how to deal with the people and the situations that arise, and can help all the devotees relate to these sacred places in the mood of Srila Prabhupada, from a Prabhupada type of perspective. Otherwise, of course, there's so many stories and so many things, and who knows really where they come from. So it's valuable to visit these places. Actually, Lord Chaitanya, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he mentions as one of the 5 most important activities in Krishna consciousness, he mentions Mathura Vas, living in a sacred place like Mathura, or like Govardhan, like Vrindavan, like Mayapur. Not just living though, but visiting those places with a view to really appreciating the transcendental nature which is there, and the presence of the Lord who is eternally present in these sacred places, and doing so under the supervision of senior devotees and the spiritual master like that. So we've really tried to emphasize this, that these are very sacred places, but it's all part of our culture. It's all part of our tradition. So many of these places here were uncovered by the 6 Goswamis, even Radhakund, Shyamakund, they were uncovered directly by Lord Chaitanya himself. So it's definitely just a very integral and central part of what is Krishna consciousness as it's coming in our line and as given by Lord Chaitanya himself. So it's important, but it's important to go in the right company. So we've had a wonderful time, and we've already planned, at least given the basic type of scheme of things for our program next year. Next year, 2018, we are going to South India for a change. South India is quite different from the Vrindavan area, Govardhan area. Everything, in a sense, is much older, because here in North India, when the Muslims were ruling, they destroyed many temples. But down there in South India, there are many old, very beautiful temples with very rich histories. So it's nice. From time to time, I like to visit South India, go to places like Tirupati, places like Sri Rangam, places like Kanchipuram, and so on, because they're really very traditional seats of Krishna consciousness from the days of yore. And of course we have to remember that even though Gaudiya Vaishnavism as such is not really what is being practiced in those places, but we know from Chaitanya Charitamrita that Lord Chaitanya visited South India. In fact, he stayed there for 6 years. And all these places I've mentioned and many others, he visited himself. He stayed in Sri Rangam for the whole rainy season 1 year, means 3 to 4 months. It's not just a matter of history, of tradition, but it's also These places are very connected with Lord Chaitanya himself, and he valued them highly, and that's why he spent 6 years here. So we'll be going down there and moving around that area for a couple of weeks. Then following that, we'll go to Jagannath Puri, and we'll stay in Puri for 4 or 5 days. We're going to invite His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu to guide us and take us around and visit the essential places, and of course we'll take a sacred dip in the ocean there. But Puri, we all know, it's such an important part of our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. Lord Chaitanya lived there for 18 years, and he had so many pastimes there, and there are numerous places associated with him. So we'll spend some days there. The arrival day, according to our plans, will be the 10th of November. That's in Tirupati. And then after a couple of weeks, we'll go up to Puri, and we'll conclude everything on November the 30th. So it's going to be almost 3 weeks of very concentrated pilgrimage and sadhana and hearing and chanting about the Lord in these sacred places. Please come along. I'm sure you'll find it one of the most enriching and enlivening programs you've ever been on. Looking forward to seeing you there. Hare Krishna.